Hi guys, this is Jules and welcome to my November wrap up and my December TBR. I won't be doing a TBR jar pick because the last 3 months I didn't get to them. So starting the new year I'll restart that. So I'll go ahead and get started. So give me a minute for me to get to the picture of my first book that I read in November. Was More Than This by Patrick Ness. Sorry about being kind of bright. This book, I believe I gave it at least 4 stars. I don't know if I gave it 4 stars or 5 stars. You guys can check my Goodreads. But I did enjoy this book. It was a really good book. It's about this boy. He ends up drowning in really cold water, freezing, and he ends up waking up in a whole another area that don't look like anybody's been living for 10 years. It's dusty and all this. And if I remember correctly, he ends up running into 2 other kids that are pretty much around his age, and they try to survive the driver, and the driver will kill them and take them back to like a lab thing that they end up finding later in the book. So a very good book, a very good storyline, a very good, and I would definitely read this book again. It was very enjoyable, very well written. The next book I read in December, give me a minute. In November, sorry. Just realized I accidentally said December. The next book I read in November was The Knife of Never Letting Go. Give me a minute, maybe I'll zoom this in so you guys can see. Sorry about the glare there. That's the best I can do. In this story, I really enjoyed this story. I believe I gave this book 5 stars. I did do a review on this trilogy in a previous video. And if you guys like high fantasy with some sci-fi, this would be a book for you. It is very amazingly written. I enjoyed it. I would definitely read this one again. The second book in this trilogy is The Ask and the Answer. Sorry about the glares. There we go. The Ask and the Answer. I enjoyed this book as well. In this by Patrick Ness. There we go. Ask and the Answer. I would definitely read this trilogy again. Like I said, I believe I gave this book also 5 stars. It was an amazing story. This is where they start getting prepared to battle, and also they're dealing with the spectacle and pretty much treating them very badly and cruel. So, and also you find more information about the settlers coming in. And then the next book I read, that was the 3rd book I read. The last book I got through about halfway, so almost my 4th book, but not quite, by Patrick Ness, was Monsters of Men. I was so close in getting this done. I only managed to get halfway through it. It took me a lot longer than expected, but in the end I finished it in December. and I believe I gave this 5 stars as well. So I was very proud that I managed to get halfway through it. I was bummed I didn't finish it with the other two, but it'll be in my December wrap up. So that trilogy is an all-around amazing trilogy. I loved it. I would definitely read it again. So that was the 3.5 books I read. More Than This by Patrick Ness. The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness. And got halfway through Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness. So I read 3.5 books in November. So now I'll move along to my December TBR. The first set of books that I planned on reading in December, the first one I had was White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I did mention this in a previous video of one of my Friday reads, and yes, I've already completed this, so it will be my December wrap-up. The next book in this series, which is the Dark Element series, which I forgot to mention, this one's book 2, called Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I also already finished this book, which I believe, previously mentioned this book in a previous video for Friday reads. And this will be my December wrap-up. Another book that was in my December wrap-up that I will not get to is Every Last Breath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I won't get to this book. I was going to read it this month, but it had to be taken back to the library, so I was a little bummed. So I won't have this in my wrap-up video. But it's one of the ones that but I had to take back to the library. And then the next set of books that I was going to read in December but had to take them back was the series, the Covenant series, which they're all there. That's all like 7 of the books. Damien, Half-Blood, Purity, Dignity, Elixir, Pollen, and Sentinel, all by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The Covenant series that I was gonna read this month, but I didn't get to, didn't have time, so they already had to go back. So, I probably won't be mentioning these either in my December wrap-up, since I'm mentioning them now to let you guys know they were in this TBR to try and read, but I didn't get to them, which I was bummed. So sorry about the glares, but there we go. But that's all of them. I didn't get to them though. I definitely would like to have, but I didn't have, so I had to take them back just recently, so they won't be in my December wrap-up because I didn't get to them and they're already been taken back. So, one of the books I'll be reading for December is, what I'm already currently reading, is Flashback by Gail Wilson. The next book I'll be reading for December is called Multiples Mystery by Alice Sharp. The next book I'll be reading in December till the season by Vicki Lewis Thompson. The next book, Italian Groom, Princess Bride by Rebecca Winters. The next one, Gracious Lady by Carol Mormer. The next one, An Arabian Courtship by Lynn Graham. Next, Sparks by Carol Buck. Next one, First Love, Last Love by Carol Mormer. You probably already noticed by now, I've already showed you guys like 7 books already, so there is a lot. I'll explain why after I get through them all. The next book, Believe by Victoria Alexander. Next, the Selection by Kara Cass. Book 2 in this selection series, The Elite by Kara Cass. Give me a minute. And excuse me. And then the last book, The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. So the reason I got so many books that I got to read this month, oops, I just dropped a few, is because that's about what I need. Hold on, sorry about that. It's about what I need to at least get to my goal of the Goodreads reading challenge that a lot of people have been doing and I've been doing as well. So I'm like really close, and that's why there's so many books for December, because I'm trying to get to that goal. And I'll show you the books. Whoa, don't drop any of them. That's all my, whoa! They just fell on us, so give me a minute. Let's try this again. That's all the books I plan on reading for December. Hopefully it's see them all in one hiding. But yeah, all the books, there's about, I believe, 12. Yeah, 12 books. So yeah, there is a lot, and that's what I need to get to that goal I'm trying to get to on Goodreads. If you would like to know where I'm currently at for books, well, you can go check that out on Goodreads as well, to see where my process is actually at, to know exactly how many total books I actually planned on reading, which tells on Goodreads. So that's pretty much my December TBR and my November wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But you guys will be seeing my newbie tag soon, and my 25 questions tag. So expect that. I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.